So I hear you didn't hear about Kathy Griffin, because when I mentioned this, you were like, "What are you talking about?"
Tattoo lips.
Did you hear about this, Travis? Kathy Griffin?
No, I have not heard about this.
So Kathy Griffin was posting on social media this past week. So everyone knows Kathy Griffin, right? She's a comedian, 62 years old.
Yep.
She was canceled a while ago.
Oh, because of the Trump thing? Was it the Trump deal?
With the head? She got canceled. Yeah.
It was like, I think because she posted something with
like
Trump's head. I don't know what it was. Or was it something different?
I don't remember. I just remember she got canceled.
I remember she got in trouble for something, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But anyway, well, she's back in the news, and this time for, I guess maybe not good, but more interesting. So she got a lip tattoo. And it wasn't like a lip tattoo of...
Oh my gosh, is that her?
Yeah, that's her, right? So she actually posted that to her social media. She was, no, that's the real thing. Good. So she was posting this to her social media to document this experience of getting it's makeup tattoos.
Did she like it?
She did eventually. So she posted that, and immediately I'm like, if she posted a video or a picture of her right after she got a lip tattoo, it's going to be heinous. Because I know that for a fact, because I do lip injections, you know, for cosmetics. And when you inject the lips or you mess with the lips, they swell, and they swell badly, and they get discolored. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can only imagine what she looks like. And of course, the picture was pretty much what I thought it was going to look like. And of course, she did do follow-ups. And so throw up the first picture. That's her, right? I guess that's the day after. And it's not supposed to be that color. Like, she was going for a pale kind of pink red color. So like they're overly red. They almost look like those, remember those wax lips that you could, did they have those when you guys were a kid? I'd say they almost look like those wax lips. Like they just look like they're just so
I was trying to figure out like what she looks like and that it's reminding me of. But yeah, I think it just looks like somebody with
those fake lips.
No, you know what it reminds me of, this potato head.
Oh, potato head, right. Yeah, actually. So anyway, they got better, which obviously they do. So let's show the follow-up picture, Travis. Yeah, there we go. So she looks a little bit more normal there. And that's a nice color. It's nice and pink.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool of her to actually share, you know, her experience. And
like, this is reality.
Yeah, this is reality. And you know, and I know that for a fact because I have done lip filler. And sometimes people will swell. Have you ever done lip filler? Yeah.
I've never done like anything except for...
Oh, just your surgery? Yeah. So lip filler is obviously very popular, but when you inject the lips, they swell up, and they can swell up quite a bit. And so it is good for people to see that is something that is not unexpected after tattooing, as it would be after.
What do they put in your lips to make them like big forever?
So they used to do these little silicone strips, which is a bad idea. You don't want to do those. The problem with those silicone prosthetics was that they could move and turn, and that was a real big reason why people would have them taken out, is they would flip, and then the shape of the lip would get all wonky. Not to mention there was a risk of them getting infected. And I've taken a few of those out for patients. By the time I got into plastic surgery, it kind of gotten figured out that, hey, we probably shouldn't be putting silicone implants in people's lips. So I've only taken them out. I've never actually put one in. For other areas, it's not bad. Like, so when people want, like, you know, chin augmentation or cheek, if they don't want to do injections, you can do these little silicone prosthetics, and they work a little bit better for things like that than they do the lip.
So so when people say they're getting lip filler, it's not, they have to maintain it.
Correct. But then the thing is that it lasts over a year. So it's not like you have to.
So like Kylie Jenner's lips, like she has to maintain that.
Yeah, about a year to year and a half, depending on which product they use. Yeah.
Nice. I was just like, I thought, I don't know.
Honestly, I like the lip filler. I don't like when people go crazy with the lip filler, because to me, if someone that just sees you and says you have fake lips, then it's not good work. You know, like, you have nice lips, and so, you know, yours would be an example of like a good result for lip filler. Like, someone would look at you and be like, you have very nice full lips. If you had lip filler done, I'd say your work's great, but it's your natural lips, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot of people that you know do have thin lips, and they would get a result like yours, and I'd be okay. That's a great result, because you can't really tell. And my wife did it once, and at first she was mortified because they swelled up, and then I was like, just give it time. And so, like, literally within a week they'd gone down, and when she went to work, I was like, oh my gosh, your lips look so good, and it didn't look fake, and so I do think that it can look really good.
I've never gotten compliments on my lips.
Really? You have nice lips.
Oh, thank you.
You look good. You look good. So anyway, and this isn't a segment about lip filler. I mean, we can do one about lip filler sometime. But this is about makeup tattoos.
Yeah.
Which we never actually talked about this, which I am kind of.
I've heard of like people getting like their lip liner tattoo.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the lip tattoos. You can do the liner, you can do the color, and the same thing with the filler. When we do filler, we can do plump up the lip, or we can do the line of it. In fact, most of the time you do both. But yeah, there's several options out there.
There was a girl on TikTok who did that, I think, a while back. Her name was Kaylin Does Stuff.
Dang, Charlotte, pull out those names, buddy. Like, tell me about it. Come on, tell me.
The name is called Kaylee Who Does Stuff.
No, Kaylin Does Stuff. That was her like Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, her TikTok. But she went to like Colombia, and she had got like her lips colored, and then
it looked
Why
bad.
would she do
it
that in
looked
Colombia?
I have no clue. I have no clue. But she went overseas, got her lips colored, and they swole up like kind of like Kathy Griffin's.
But they went back down?
They did. They went back down and they normalized eventually.
Okay, good.
But yeah. I've heard of people doing that before, but only, I guess, one other person.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about these permanent makeup. So it's a 1.2 billion with a B industry in the United States. That's from 2020. It's estimated to be 4 billion by 2028 because it is getting more popular now. It wasn't super popular, 20 years ago. It has gotten more popular lately. So they've seen a 40% increase in the past 2 decades. The most common people to do it are people aged 40 to 54, which I thought that was interesting. Why is it that group of people? And maybe as people get older, they get just tired of putting on makeup. They're like, I don't want to put on makeup every day, so I'm going to just go ahead and get my makeup permanently.
Well, a lot of people, it's like now they get these things done to make it to where they don't have to wear makeup. So like a lot of girls get, the fake eyelashes done. They go get their eyelashes done, and it's like it almost looks like they're always wearing makeup,
right?
Because they have their eyes look more like
this is the exact
awake.
Same thing.
They look like they're wearing mascara and stuff like that. So it's like
just roll out of bed and you look good to go.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, I wish I didn't have to. Put on
See,
all of this
there you
stuff.
go,
But I don't think I could deal with the.
You're talking about just specifically the eyelashes.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
So there are various things that people do. You mentioned it earlier, microblading. Eyebrows. Yes. That's really popular, which not a lot of people know. I'm gonna have to look up microblading because you always hear about that, and then
I didn't realize that
there's some tattooing involved.
Tattoo.
Yeah, there's some tattooing involved.
I thought it was something to do with like shaping them or something.
I think it is, but I think there's some tattoo involved with that.
Yeah.
Cost is $300 to $800 for microblading, which I didn't know that either.
That's a lot.
Lip tattoos, like Kathy Griffin gets, you can get the line, you can get get the color. Cost $400 to $1,000.
Would you go to a tattoo artist or a cosmetologist or like a
I
plastic
think
surgeon
that people who do that are specifically trained for that.
Okay, so they're not like tattoo artists.
They might be, but I think that they go on and do specialized training for that, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But probably it's all over the board. There probably are people in tattoo parlors that do it. And then there's also probably people, it's like the nipple tattooing that you see sometimes for reconstruction. That was listed here when I was looking this up. I would consider that different. That's not really makeup, it's something separate. But there are people who just do that and they don't do, like Mom or the Sailor or pinups or whatever. They just do that type of tattooing. And I think that that's the same thing with the makeup tattoos, that it's people who specifically do that and not other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Eyeliners also very popular.
Yeah.
$200 to $600 for that. And then beauty marks. People are getting tattooed beauty marks. Like the Cindy Crawford mole. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So people are getting that. And you can get those for $50 to $150.
I wonder if they have makeup for blush.
I would assume they do. I didn't see that one when I was looking.
Always look rosy.
Yeah, always rosy. With Sarah?
Everything's rosy.
Oh, everything's rosy. I was trying to remember the name of your channel.
I haven't made a video in a while, but.
I thought I saw it.
I made one like a month ago. I have one like I need to edit it.
Sarah, come on, man.
It's gonna be a funny one because it's me and a bunch of my friends.
I think I have you set to alert
karaoke.
name whenever you.
What?
I think I have you on alert where if you post one,
Oh yeah.
The problem is I have so many YouTube channels that I can't figure out which one I did that
for.
Make sure I do it all.
On my YouTube, I always see whenever we have a new.
You're like, hey, I'm on TV again.
Yeah, Avery does too.
Aw. There are some risks associated with tattooing. There's about a 10% dissatisfaction rate. That's a little high. I mean, I would be worried if...
What's plastic surgery?
It's going to be less than that. For most things. Yeah, for most things. Especially stuff that I do. Way less than that. And that is surgeon dependent. For me, I do the same things over and over. I mean, my dissatisfaction rate, I mean, it has to be very low because you don't see people come back and be unhappy. Like somebody might come back and say, I want to touch this up, but they're not really unhappy.
I just don't think I would be happy getting like a tattooed eyeliner or like.
I don't know.
Because sometimes, like as a girl, sometimes you just don't like. Sometimes like
right, you want to go nude.
Taking your makeup off, like just
I
makes
get that.
You feel like
right. If you tattoo it's always on.
Yeah, like it's almost like you're just like constantly wearing a mask or something.
So 10% of people do require correction, which means they have it done and then something has to be touched up. That's pretty high. If surgeon had a 10% correction rate, that'd be really high.
Yeah, that'd
be super high. And then 3 to 5% have an allergic reaction or complication. That's also pretty high. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what the complications might be. I mean, I wouldn't consider Kathy Griffin a complication. That's just
it's just the way it
what
goes.
happens when you tattoo your lips. They swell up. But so yeah, you definitely want to do your research on this because there is a notable percentage of people who either unhappy, have to have another procedure, or have complications. So just like everything, like surgery, do your research, make sure the person you're going to is good, ask questions. So I don't know personally any makeup tattoo artists. That is something
I don't know anybody that's gotten.
Yeah.
Well,
I've met people that have had it done.
I've gotten people that I know people that have like their eyebrows.
The microblading.
Yeah, but I didn't know that's what it was called. I thought microblading was something else, but
accordingly not. I don't know either. I've never done microblading.
I've never looked it up because I've never been
I'm gonna have to do some work. I will update you next week.
Yeah.
Because now I feel dumb. I'm like, it said that the microblading involves tattooing.
It sounds like blading sounds a little serious.
Travis, you know anything about microblading?
I was actually trying to like Google it real quick to see, but it doesn't tell me exactly what it is.
It just tells me.
All the articles said that microblading involves tattooing, so I have to assume it does. I didn't know that until I just was reading about this.
Yeah.
I thought it was some sort of special tool or something.
I think you're right. So it does say microblading services entail drawing each individual hair on the eyebrows.
Okay, so it is tattooing.
So it's something like that. Painless natural brows done.
Okay.
So I am going to go get my eyebrows microbladed, and I will have.
Dude, you should get some big bushy caterpillars, man. You would look good with that. You know, because you got the short hair, so like if you had a really big eyebrow, it would kind of be like offsetting, you know.
It's in style to have big bushy eyebrows.
Is it?
Is it? I have to trim these things, man. These things will get out of control like Albert Einstein, man.
My sisters were in high school, it was really in style to have those like micro.
Oh yeah, the 90s.
Like almost like girls would like shave their eyebrows off and then
draw with a pencil. The 90s were all about those like skinny eyebrows.
Yeah, and my sisters were always messing with their eyebrows.
Both of y'all have pretty thick eyebrows though, like and they look really good. So y'all have a good set of eyebrows.
Yeah,
dude,
I've never messed with mine before.
I might have to.
Dude, I'm trying to imagine you. I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take your picture and I'm gonna like Photoshop some like like thick eyebrows on you.
I can only imagine.
I'm gonna bring it out next time.
What's that character from? No, I guess he just has a big mustache from like Family Guy. One of the neighbors.
Oh.
He has that big.
I don't watch
mustache.
Family. My daughter could tell you.
And he got his own show.
Oh, the American Dad guy?
No.
Is it Cleveland?
Yes.
No, that would be terrible.
And his eyebrows are really thick, and he has
does
that
have
big
thick eyebrows.
I'm gonna see if I can put some big old eyebrows on Travis.
That'd be terrible. I'm excited to see it.
Peter Griffin's like one of his best friends, and then he got his own show.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
All right, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm not super at Photoshop. This may end up looking terrible, Travis. I'm just please don't judge me on the work I might present to you next week.
We shall see.
We'll see. Okay. All right, everybody. I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave us a comment. We want to hear what you want us to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week on Nip Talk.
Bye.